This is Talk the Home of Common Sense. 12:53 is the time. Ian Collins will be here in just a few moments. Tell us what's happening on his show. First of all, though, let's talk about who might be sweating today. Yeah, it's Prince Andrew. Well, he can't be ousted from a job like Lord Manderson was ousted as our ambassador to the US because he hasn't got one anymore. Did he really ever have one as a trade envoy? He's just well, the late Queen's son and the current King's brother. But Prince Andrew, of course, is yet another one of the many people who it seemed are attracted like moths to a flame to paedophile billionaires. Let's talk about that with Rupert Bell, his TalkTV correspondent. Rupert, tell us why Prince Andrew is going to be worried today.
Well, because obviously we've seen these letters coming out that did for Peter Mandelson and his relationship. There is talk that something similar will come out and that will put further pressure on Prince Andrew to accentuate whatever the relationship and show it was perhaps closer than Prince Andrew has tried to say it was in that interview and in subsequent discussions about the topic. Yeah. So it is an act, well, for him, this Epstein problem will not go away.
No. Well, it won't go away partly because he lies about it. He was very clear that he didn't, he went, he ended his relationship with Epstein after conviction for, trafficking young underage girls. And of course, we know that was pleaded down absurdly. There was huge evidence of mass grooming and rape on a grand scale already at that time. And I'm still flabbergasted he was able to make. So I'm sure buy his way out of that, which I'm sure is what's happened. But it is extraordinary that Prince Harry's found out. No, we've seen pictures of him walking through Central Park with Jeffrey Epstein after that case, stayed at his house. After that all emerged as well. We got the same with Peter Mandelson, who won't deny that he did stay at his house after that. This is extraordinary poor judgment.
Well, I'm afraid you'd have to say Prince Andrew's shown a lot of poor judgment along the way. So this is, particularly around, as he admitted, and Peter Mandelson has said the same thing. They both wish they hadn't. Well,
no, they wish we hadn't found out.
Yeah, well, OK, but hindsight's a wonderful thing. They shouldn't have spent the time of day with him, and Prince Andrew should have known better. Yeah. But unfortunately, he tried to deny the photograph of Virginia Giuffre, and there's a book coming out that I think on her memoirs, so that could heap further.
Well, her posthumous memoirs after she committed suicide, as many people who are victims of this sort of crime do, sadly.
Yeah, and it was, a sad and complicated life she led. But obviously, Prince Andrew, if there are allegations in that will put more pressure on him. He is so far from it will put him even further into isolation if he's not already within not only the British public but within the royal family.
Well, exactly. He still goes along to family events, obviously Christmas and things like that. But he's certainly supposed to be out of the public eye. But the interesting thing is he doesn't seem to accept that he's done anything wrong. He's obviously, we keep hearing he's trying to get back into the public eye and to get back his status, of course. But it's something I think the King was made very clear, and I think Prince William as well, is never going to happen on their watch. But what is fascinating is that he clearly doesn't think there was anything wrong with that relationship. We understand some of the emails involve him sort of asking about when Virginia Giuffre first came forward with allegations. I need to find out some information. He's writing to Ghislaine Maxwell as well, but it doesn't smell good. It doesn't look good. But how much more damage can be done? Because we've already had a payoff of, 10, 12 million pounds in return for her dropping her claims against him. I mean, he denies ever meeting this woman, and yet he's paid, a huge sum of money to a woman he's never met. He's never defended the allegations in a court, never defended them in giving evidence to Congress. No one believes a word he says anyway.
Oh, I know, and there's no way back. Whatever happens, he's just in isolation. And from his perspective, he doesn't need to be forking out more money. But whatever comes out in these things, if they do, it will basically just mean he is now, basically a prisoner in the Royal Lodge. And it is funny that you're seeing him denying all this. It doesn't feel responsible for this. Yeah. And you've got Prince Harry now in his interview saying, well, it's not my fault, Governor.
Yeah,
Again,
He hilarious. I mean, at times ago, but he is hilarious. He said, I didn't wash any dirty laundry. It's like, you literally revealed private text messages and a physical fight with your own brother. I think that's what most people would call dirty laundry. Rupert Bell, thank you so much for joining us. TalkTV correspondent, thank you for that.